Hi, everybody. I'm here today to talk about why focusing on your child's self-esteem is decreasing their ability to manage their own feelings. So I am Megan Thompson with Megan Thompson Coaching, and if you're new to this group, I really work hard to teach parents to change their perspective on parenting their highly sensitive kids in a different way than traditional parenting tells us to. So if you're watching, say hi, drop an emoji, let me know that you're here. And if you're catching this on the replay, put a hashtag replay so that I know that you're participating, ask questions. This is meant to help you and help you learn and change your approach. So we're going to be talking a lot about self-esteem today. And I want to, because it's really important for important issue for parents, especially parents of highly sensitive kids, because your kiddo is melting down all of the time. It's heartbreaking to hear your kid say, "I'm a bad kid," or "this sucks," or "I messed up," or just feeling like they're not good enough. And Candace says hi, thanks for watching. And our initial reaction is to say, "But you do a good job. You did amazing today, and you're so awesome at this." Or, "Look at how beautiful this picture is that you drew for me." And the biggest thing with that to recognize is that that's praise. You're praising your child's product or whatever it is that they did well, and praise perpetuates perfection. Now, highly sensitive children are already prone to perfectionism. They want to perform well. They perceive other people's perspectives of themselves, and they notice those details. And as a result, they're paying attention to wanting to meet the highest expectations possible. And that desire to be perfect can lead to a giant crash when they don't meet their expectations. And when your child is highly sensitive, they have lots of expectations, lots of high expectations, and their devastation is pretty intense. So it's really important to pay attention to your words and notice when you're praising your child and shifting that focus to doing something else. So, Candace says, "Wow, this rings so true. My highly sensitive child is such a perfectionist." Yes, absolutely. It's huge. Just being so detail oriented, highly sensitive kids really hone in on those specific details, and as a result can get hung up on them without the ability to let things roll off their back. So when you focus on instead helping your child identify that they can shake it off, or that they can forgive themselves for their misgivings or their mistakes, when in reality you know that they're not actually, they're just doing what's developmentally appropriate. Like, kids make mistakes, adults make mistakes. But in your child's brain, it is the end of the world. So when you focus on praise, like saying things like "great job" or "this picture is beautiful," you end up sending the same message that whatever they're doing for you, or whatever it is that they're creating, or whatever the end game is, that is the goal to reach. That is what they need to be aspiring to address. And when you're doing that, you're setting your kid up for failure emotionally. Because while they might succeed one day, the next day that they don't get that goal or score that shot or make a beautiful picture or paint, they end up painting poorly, it's another meltdown. Or in the same day. If they don't get the shot after they just scored a goal, my sports analogies are not really matching up today. So, anyways, you get the point, right? When your child doesn't hit the high expectation, they're devastated. And so focusing on praise really ends up perpetuating that perfection. So what to do about that? Here's a couple of tips for you. Okay, I've got 4 shifts to change your approach. The first one is to focus on praising your child's effort. You really want to focus on managing your words so that you're noticing how hard your child is working and how that's been different for them in the past. So that's number 2, focusing on how hard it was and comparing it to how far they've come. Number 3 is to help your child identify how they've worked to achieve what's best for them. So you're paying attention to their effort, how hard they've worked, and their progress that they've made. And lastly, to work on helping them practice self-compassion and practice self-compassion for yourself in order to model it. So that's kind of a two-parter. Letting your child recognize that some things can happen, it can be no sweat, giving themselves the ability to be compassionate when they quote unquote fail will be much more effective at helping them manage disappointments than focusing on self-esteem and telling your child that they're amazing and that they're awesome and all those things, because they will look to you to keep filling up that tank. And instead, we really want to help your child fill their own tank and feel confident and secure in themselves. So this is all difficult to do, to really focus on that for long periods of time, because you're basically rewiring the way that we were all raised, right? We hear a lot from our parents that, that we're amazing. And, if we were raised with effective parents, and as a result, we really need to refocus that. So if you want support in managing that, hop on a parent support call. I'll help you decide whether or not it would be something that we can address together, or if there are other resources that would make more sense to help you make these changes in your family. Basically, we're going to be working on re-strategizing how you help your child forgive themselves for their mistakes and keep themselves motivated to continue to try again in the future. So I recapped before I hop off here, because I've got a client coming up in a couple minutes. The first thing is to recognize that when you focus on your child's sense of self-esteem, you're perpetuating perfection. When you focus on praising them and managing the words that you're saying are good job or you did great, you're really focusing on them getting that end result, which is so devastating for them when they can't reach that end result that they're expecting to reach, whether it be like scoring a soccer goal or getting the A or getting all of the, acing the spelling bee. So I want you to pay attention to that. And then we went over 4 different ways for you to tackle that. That is to focus on working on identifying the effort that's put forth rather than the product, the finished product for them. Identifying how hard it has been for them and the fact that you noticed that they were working really hard, paying attention to their progress and seeing how far they've come. And then lastly, modeling self-compassion for yourself. So again, if you need support with that, reach out and see if I can help you come up with a strategy and a game plan to manage that for your child and decrease those meltdowns that are related to feeling like a crappy kid or feeling like they suck or whatever it is that your child is saying when they feel like they've messed up. Let me know if you have questions. I've got a couple minutes left, and then I will finish out the day. Okay. Doesn't look like anybody's having any questions at this point, so I'm going to wrap it up. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.